You know, if you just take the basic math of the tithe, it really does put things in perspective. But let's just look at an average home, your home and possibly my home. If you look here, let's just take it in the form of a pie. You take the first thing and you think about, man, you know, we've got so much in just regular credit card debt. We went shopping this weekend and we got some stuff for the kids. We've got clothes and we've got a little bit of credit card debt. Of course, it's a low interest credit card debt, but it's good and the kids look great. And then let's say that we go out and we buy us a great looking rig. And also it's low interest and it's from one of our church members' car dealerships, and we got that there too. Oops. And that's a little bit of our pie. And then we go on and we take the next bit, and of course we've all got a home, and man, that could take up a bunch of it, somewhere around, for some of us, up to 41%. We got a mortgage. The great thing is our kids love it. We have friends over all the time. We use it in a great way. And it's right around 41% of our total amount. And that's quite a bit of our pie. And then we go on. We've got piano for our kids. We've got soccer. We've got all kinds of stuff for them, and they are expensive, especially when you've got 4 of them. And that goes over here. And then for some of us, we've got college, we've got taxes, car insurance. I mean, it's just an unbelievable amount of extras. We've got the cable bill, we've got DSL, and I mean, wow. And then we got to give some to God. And so we take a portion remaining and say, oh yeah, here we go, God, that's yours. And so we find ourselves missing the point of the tithe. What is the point of the tithe? It's to remember this, to put God first. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 14:23 says that the tithe teaches me to put God first. Now, let's look at God's plan. God's plan helps us increase our faith. The scripture again says the tithe, the 10%. And if you look here at this pie right here, this is approximately 10%. God says that we are to give in the beginning 10% to Him, to the Lord, the first fruits of our labor. Then God lets us, by His grace, allows us to be managers or stewards of the other 90%. Faith takes place when we give first, the 10% first. What's amazing is out of this little bit taken out, isn't it amazing to think that is so difficult, whether it's 100,000 and it's 10,000 that we give first, or if it's 1,000,000 and we give 100,000, or if it's 10,000 and we give 1,000. God is allowing us to steward or to manage the remaining 90%. It tells us and teaches us to put God first. You know, in that Malachi 3:10 passage, it says this. It says that we are to give the tithe, and then it says, test me on this. See if I will not open up the floodgates of heaven in your life if you'll begin by putting me first in the tithe. You know, the scripture also indicates that Jesus Christ gave Himself first. While we were still sinners, He gave. Faith is the key to giving to God first, prioritizing Him first, taking that little bit, giving it to Him, and then watching our pocket change grow. You know, something else I've noticed as I've watched this, God has order to everything. I mean, look how neat, look how wonderful that this pie is. In my previous illustration, as we talked about putting God first, what's amazing is this is the same pie as this one right here. I just cut it up and I put it back in this pie pan. When we get outside of God's plan and organization for a correct financial budget, we go from this management and excellence to this of disorganization and wondering how in the world did my pie end up disarrayed, disorganized, and literally in a mess. If you're there and you feel like, man, my pocket change is messed up, begin putting God first. Begin increasing your faith by starting out with the 10%. I guess now it's time to eat some pie.